What's up, everybody? It's Roberto with the Yugioh Sports Center, and I'm back with some more top 8 deck profiles from this weekend. Well, not deck profiles, but the top 8 deck list of three different regionals from this weekend, guys. We got Kissimmee, Florida, Lexington, Kentucky, and Mendenhall, Mississippi. I'm gonna go over the top 8 decks from these regionals and let you guys know what top, so you guys can kind of have an understanding of what the lower competitive meta is looking like outside of the YCS level. We just had a YCS. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and now we're back to our regional talk. So we had starting things off. We're gonna start off with Kissimmee. And right now Kissimmee's still pretty unknown with the top 8 deck list. I do have the first place deck. That's the only reason I did add Kissimmee in this, which was Antonio Xavier, who was running tier elements, who got first place. And actually, guys, he did have a deck profile done on the YGO Process Yu-Gi-Oh page on YouTube, so go check that out, guys. But he was running tier elements. He got first place. We have another notable name in the top 8, which is Kamal Crooks, who was probably more than likely running Pearly, but I'm not sure about exactly what he was playing. But now let's move on to the actual other two that I have a lot of data on, guys. Sorry, unfortunately, Kissimmee didn't have much data on it. As far as the top 8, I'm pretty sure it's probably tier elements Pearly and maybe some rescue ace and stuff like along those lines. So now let's talk about Lexington, Kentucky. Whew. All right, guys, let's jump into it. So eighth place at Lexington, Kentucky was Tyler Wayne, who was running Dragon Link. Nice to see Dragon Link back in the mix, getting some more tops. It kind of fell out of favor after being one of the heavy favorites earlier in the format. Dragon Link got eighth place, and that was Tyler running that. Then seventh place, we had Nicholas Frederick running Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace, again, is a very, very popular deck, a very strong deck, and one of the top decks of the format right now. Rescue Ace has continued to show consistency across the board and probably will continue to do so, guys. Sixth place, we had Sean Pittman. Sean Pittman actually played in one of my Tournament of Power, guys. He's normally playing Dragon Links, but from what I see in this tournament, Sean Pittman was running tier elements and he finished in sixth place. Congratulations to Sean Pittman. Tier elements, again, guys, is a very strong deck right now, a very aggravating deck. Any deck that has a lot of graveyard effects could be very frustrating to people, but it's one of those decks to keep hanging around and it finds ways to win. The tier element got hit a lot, but it's back in the format now that Cash Tier is out of the format. Uh, Moving on to fifth place at the Kentucky Regional, we had Rudy John Torres, who was running Infernoble. Infernoble has become very, very popular, and we just seen this past YCS. We had Pack running Infernoble, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He got top 4 at the YCS Richmond with it. That is a very tough deck, man. I can tell you that much. That is a very, very tough deck. And people are really starting to cling on to it. So I think we'll see a lot more of the Infernoble deck topping more regionals and YCS as the format continues to go forward. Now we're moving on up to the top 4 of the Lexington, Kentucky. Fourth place, we had Aaron Hunter Levy, who was running Labyrinth. Labyrinth is just hanging in there. It keeps popping in and out, getting these tops. And I don't think Labyrinth's going to leave. Labyrinth, that deck, it just finds ways to stick around through the format, even when it's not a format that it's meant to do good in. Some players are really good with the deck. Some players just love the deck, and they continue to innovate it to make it competitive with the format. And as you see, Labyrinth is still definitely hanging in at the regional level and has been getting some YCS tops also. So Labyrinth got fourth place. Coming in at third was Clifton Scotland, who was running Pearly. You guys, Clifton Land is a very popular player, and he was running the Pearly deck. Pearly is very good right now. I'm amazed that more players don't play it, especially with Chris LeBlanc, topping as much as he's been topping with Pearly. I believe Pearly is one of the better decks of the format. And if you know how to pilot that deck, you can work wonders with it. Now moving up to the top two, you have Maximilian Alexander running Tier Elements, guys. Tier Elements again, guys, is one of those decks that's consistent. It keeps showing its face, man. And those mills, man, something about those mills. The mills make the deck more consistent because anytime you mill, you're going to hit something. Very small chance that you don't hit anything. Tier Elements is a very tough deck to play against, guys. And I'll keep repeating that over and over. Very tough deck to play against. Now, coming in at first place, we have Michael Joseph Gold at the Lexington, Kentucky Regional running Unchained. I don't like Unchained. I don't. I really don't. But I can't. I can't hate the deck. It just won a regional. It's winning YCSs and stuff. It's a very good deck. It is. It is. Um. So we're gonna see it everywhere. So moving on to the next regional, we have Mendenhall, Mississippi, coming in at eighth place. We have Dontrell Thomas running Bistio Synchron. I would really like to see how that deck play and see the list on that one. Got eighth place. I don't think this is a YCS type of deck, but at the regional level, anything can happen. And I guess Dontrell was able to get a top with it. Top eight with Bistio Synchron. Seventh place was a guy named Andrew Colin Williams. I don't have a deck for him. I don't know his deck, unfortunately. So we're gonna move on from him. Sixth place was Jeremy Michael Hooper, who was running the Pearly. Again, guys, Pearly is a very solid deck, very consistent deck. Players are really loving it. It's gaining popularity, especially with Chris LeBlanc topping every single YCS he plays in with the deck. And he's making it, he's single-handedly making this deck popular again. Or not popular again, but making it, one of the more played decks in the meta. Uh, and I believe Kamal Crook still plays Pearly, if I'm not mistaken. Moving on to fifth place, we have a guy named Jordan Nicholas, who was running the Labyrinth deck. Again, Labyrinth is just going to continue to find its ways into top eights or regionals and squeezing into those YCS tops. Labyrinth is staying around. It's not going nowhere. And Labyrinth continues to let us know the deck is not going anywhere. And there are going to be those players that are just committed to the deck, and they alone will keep the deck above flow. Going on to the top four now, we have a guy named Danny Maxey who was running Runic. This caught me off guard. Runic is not very popular right now. Not many people are playing it. But Runic got top four. I would love to see his list and see exactly how his matchups were. But it's good to see something besides those, other few decks that have been dominating the top eight. It's a variety. It's the same variety of decks that dominate. Runic squeezed in there. Congratulations to that guy, Danny, for getting top four with Runic. Moving on to third place, we have a dude named Justin Murder Heath, who was running Pearly again, guys. Self-explanatory. I don't have to explain Pearly anymore. You guys understand what this deck is about. It got third place at this Mendenhall, Mississippi regional, and like I said, I can see why the deck is just good. It's good. Now going into the top two, we have second place. We have a dude named Trevor Kammer, who was running Unchained. Unchained is probably again like one of the best decks of the format. Time in and time out, we keep seeing this deck top. Nothing's going to slow it down. Nothing's going to stop it. This deck only loses to itself. Unchained is one of those decks that you just get matched up against and you're just like, oh my God, here we go. That's what Unchained is. Unfortunately, I can't stand the deck too much, but hey, got second place at this Mendenhall, Mississippi Regional. Now let's talk about this first place of the Mississippi Regional. You have a dude named John Andrew Goyd who got first place, and he was running Infernoble. Again, guys, Infernoble is a deck you want to watch out for, man. It is. Like, don't sleep on this deck, man. Do not sleep on it. The deck just does so much. Is very, very I'm not gonna say consistent, but it's very strong when it builds those boards. Watch out for Infernoble. Another first place regional win for Infernoble. Infernoble is making a name, is pulling itself back on the scene, guys. And those are what I have for you this weekend. I can do you a little quick skim through of the Ontario, Canada regional, the top eight. We had This is gonna be real quick, guys. It's gonna be Steven, who got eighth with Rescue Ace. Pat, the YouTuber, got seventh place with Infernoble, who he just topped the YCS with top four with Infernoble. Um, a guy named John Alexander got sixth with Pearly. Fifth place was a guy named Adam Timothy, unknown deck list. Fourth place was Raheen Ahmad, running Rescue Ace. Third place, Ryan Yu, very popular. Everybody knows who Ryan Yu is. He got third place running Labyrinth, the deck that he loves and he continues to play. Second place is Harun Du, playing Mendenhall. And then we have first place, a guy named Jonathan Phillip running Flunderies. That is a crazy, crazy top eight right there. Seeing Flunderies and Mendenhall and first and second after not seeing it on any of the previous lists, guys. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll be doing more of these. Let me know how you liked it and what deck do you play.